This episode of the Nerfherder Council is brought to you by Audible. Visit audibletrial.com/NHC for your 30-day trial and a free audiobook download. Warning: the following podcast contains irreverent humor, exceptionally nerdy opinions, potential cursing, and plenty of love for the prequels. If any of the preceding offends you, please turn off this podcast immediately, and may the Force be with you.
Why, you stuck-up, half-witted, scruffy-looking nerf-herder!
You can't use that word! Only we can use that word!
I need someone to show me my place in all this.
You're tuned in to the Nerfherder Council, your source for Star Wars opinion, conversation, and debate. Featuring your hosts, JT.
And you had show notes. This is why we don't do show prep, man.
AJ.
Chewy, crack a window. The cold air keeps me awake.
Steve.
Someone just Google me, all right? That's go screw. I don't need you to find my Twitter account.
On this episode of the Nerfherder Council, we discuss the behind-the-scenes documentary Balance of the Force from The Last Jedi and play a riveting game of Star Wars Family Feud.
This is the Nerfherder Council.
What is up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Nerfherder Council. I am your host, JT. With me are AJ and Steve, and it's been a pretty eventful day here at the Nerfherder Council. We are about to land a couple of pretty major interviews. I know one for sure. We will be having a pretty cool episode for May the 4th. It'll actually be coming out the previous Sunday. But I was out of town in Greenville, South Carolina the last 3 days for my job. And the president of the company that we were visiting, his son crowdfunded his own Star Wars fan film. And I have to check the validity of this, but his concept art for his film was so high quality, Lucasfilm offered him a job. And I saw some of his stuff, and that would not surprise me because it was absolutely fantastic.
What did you see?
It was one of them was kind of like a turret, almost like an Imperial turret. It was kind of square-ish, but it was a different kind of like a ground-based weapon type of thing. And then there was a really cool vehicle that he designed, and
then there was porgs.
Yeah, there's a new kind of porg. But yeah, so this guy just told me, yeah, my kid did this, that, and the other. And I said, I have a show. Like, if you'd want to come on, we'll bring him on. And he said, yeah. So emailed this morning, and we're bringing him on April 25th. So that should be pretty cool. It's not every day you get to have somebody on the show that actually made a movie.
That's going to be a fantastic weekend because that's the day before I go to Chicago to see the maestro himself, John Williams, playing with the Chicago Symphony Orchestra.
That's right. You did get those tickets, you bastard.
Yes, I did.
I can tell you this. I know one thing I decided I'm doing. I'm going live on Spreaker the night, like right around 5 minutes to midnight on May 3rd, your
Not
birthday.
two?
No, not 2 minutes to midnight. No. It's really hard to sing Iron Maiden quietly. But yeah, about 5 minutes to midnight, 10 to midnight or something on May 3rd, I'm going to go live and record a special episode because I am not getting shut out of the good hotels this year for the celebration announcement. Because if they do it like they did last year, it's midnight. As soon as the clock hits 12 o'clock and it officially becomes May 4th, they announce celebration and everything goes live and you can get tickets. I'll have to wait for the tickets, but we need to book the hotel like ASAP.
Nice.
So,
okay.
Yeah,
Sounds
I'll
like a
definitely be
plan.
going online doing that.
I'll Skype in. We'll make that work.
You'll be dead asleep at that time.
Yeah, I'm old.
That is ridiculous. Wow. Like it doesn't seem like it's been that long since the last celebration.
Well,
I mean, the only time it feels long since the last celebration is when I think of if I'll ever get my Stormtrooper armor from Anovos.
I told you when you ordered that. It's going to take forever.
I went through my email today and they were like, oh, last day for special pricing on Star Wars stuff. And I'm just thinking, why?
Yeah, right.
They got to get as much money as they can before Lucasfilm pulls the friggin' license from them.
I'm going to order a suit and then like 17 more movies are going to come out before I get the damn thing.
They have legit set up pre-orders for stuff from Rogue One that they never produced. They just straight up said, sorry, we're too busy. We're not going to do it. And we're processing refunds as quickly as possible. So they take people's money and don't even give it back in a timely fashion when they cancel the order.
But when you go online and you click buy, it pretty much comes out of your account or gets charged to your credit card instantly, right?
Right. It's just a loan.
But they can't put it back.
Loan.
They can't put it back on. That's amazing.
Right. That's exactly it. I'm in talks to get my kit through another vendor. Period. Through a private individual in the 501st. It's twice as much, and the problem is,
but you'll receive it.
I was about to say, at least you'll get the thing. It exists,
right? But the problem is, I've already invested X number of dollars in the Anovos kit. I need to then get that money back before I can put that plus more into the fan kit. So even if I wanted to switch companies at this point, it's going to be like 2 or 3 months before I can even do anything about it.
That's still okay, because if it takes 2 or 3 months to get it, that's what 12 to 18 months quicker than just waiting for a Novos to get it.
I still can't believe you bought that, because we had spoken to James at the convention and he said he was waiting over 2 years and you went and ponied up money on that company. So I feel bad for you, but part of me, I'm kind of like, well, dude, you knew what you were getting into.
I took a gamble. I knew this could be a possibility, but I was hoping that I would be one of the lucky ones, because some people do actually get their stuff in a timely fashion.
I know.
And I'm not even talking timely. If they had just been realistic about it, I'd be like, look, it's going to be a year, maybe 15 months. I'd be like, all right, cool. Now I know what I'm in for. But if you're like, no, it's going to be out in like 6 months tops. And then you tell me, no, it's going to be 9 months tops. No, actually, it's going to be like 12, we hope. Here was the latest excuse, by the way. This is great. A local celebration delayed shipping estimates from the factory. You know what the local celebration was?
What?
Chinese New Year.
Chinese New Year. What? Like they didn't know that was going to happen.
What the hell does
I pulled
Chinese
that
New
out of
Year?
my ass.
How did you get that? Oh, my God. You're like, Rosh Hashanah.
Yeah, right. Like,
dude,
legit, how do you not know that that's coming up?
Well, how does Chinese New Year affect shipping Stormtrooper costumes?
Well, when you're bringing them in from China, I guess it has a pretty big impact.
Oh, my
When
gosh.
everybody making the suits are 12-year-old Chinese people.
All right. Dude, yeah.
It's 2018. We live in a day and age of protests and signage and hashtags and stupid crap like that. You should just get a bunch of people from the 501st together, full suits, celebration, and just picket the Anovos table the entire weekend. Just stand there with signs and flyers and tell all the people that come near the table, like, just bully them away.
That's actually a fabulous idea, and I would risk my day pass at Celebration just to cause trouble for them.
Well, I'm telling you what we're going to do. If you don't have this thing by Celebration next time, we're going to go to that booth, and I'm going to pretend like I'm on my phone, but we are going to record at the booth while you bitch them out, and it's going to be live. It's going to be like, you're going to be like, dude, I ordered this thing at the last Celebration. That's 2 years ago, and I don't have my armor. Why not? And listen to these guys squirm. We will put it out there.
They probably won't even squirm. They probably will take the week leading up to Celebration and go, here are the questions people are going to ask us. Number one question will be, where is my stuff? And they're just going to have canned responses for every damn thing. Like, there's just going to be a list of excuses on the table that the poor sap that's probably making $8.15 an hour to sit there and put up with hundreds of people complaining into their face for the entire 4 days of Celebration.
I don't understand how a company has service levels like this and stays in business.
Right? I don't know how they
is
keep a
it not-
license.
How is it not all over the internet that they're that bad?
What's really disappointing is this company was started by a pair of 501st members. Like they, of all the people you think you could trust with creating this stuff and being responsible to the fan community, it would be fans.
You would think.
It's, first of all, it's ridiculously, stupidly expensive. And number two, on a more, on a more personal level to you, AJ, I guess. Well, not really personal, but it's a standard TK outfit. You're a stormtrooper. How do you not have a crap load of those laying around? That's the most basic armor anybody would ever get. How do you not have those just sitting there to ship out?
Right? They should literally be sitting there with dust on them. Like,
yeah, no
there
joke.
should be so many just sitting there in sizes in boxes that you should order it and it should be shipped within minutes of you placing the order.
No joke, man. I don't get it. I really don't get it.
Yeah, it's pretty astounding. This whole thing started because
unless there's literally one person in China that works for Anovos that makes all these damn things, there's no excuse.
Anovos is actually the guy's name that makes everything. That's why they named the company. It's like I placed an order with Anovos. They're the best company. And what you have on the other end of the internet order, some guy calling China going, "Hey, Anovos, we need another stormtrooper outfit." God damn it. That's like 375 I need now.
There's just a poor Chinese guy with one of those restaurant POS systems that receipt is just steady coming out and it never stops. And the people that are here to call China to Anovos have no clue that the guy put a bullet in his head 6 months ago.
Yeah,
that's why nobody's getting their damn outfits.
Anovos committed Harry Carey.
Anovos is Snoke.
Yeah. He's just laying there with his eyes open, his tongue out, and lots of dried drool and blood all over the floor.
Poor Anovos.
Dude, seriously, this whole thing started because I had to email them and let them know that I've moved since I placed my order. So, my kit didn't show up at my old apartment. And this was on March 13th. Now, the last shipping estimate said that everything within my ordering window was due to ship out by the 21st of March. So I said, hey, by the way, here's my order number. Here's my new address. Want to make sure you got it so you don't send it to the wrong place. And by the way, could you give me a shipping update just to let me know how things are going? And on the 13th, I got a response from customer service saying we are on track to ship everything out the door as scheduled by the 20th. So 7 days out, I was apparently still on schedule. Then, of course, the 20th happened and nothing happened on the 20th. No email, because they say they're proud of this. They say, hey, when you're going to get a package, we're going to email you and let you know. So, okay. So 20th happens. I get no notice. 21st happens. I get no notice. I check the boards. And, of course, people are starting to bitch that there's yet another shipping delay. And I'm not getting an email notice about it. And last two times there was a delay, I got an email about it. So I'm thinking, maybe I am one of the lucky ones and mine's actually coming in the next couple of days, so I don't have to worry about the shipping delay, right? Well, then, a couple more days go by. I email back. I'm like, hey, I heard about a shipping delay. I haven't received any notice of it, so I just wanted to see what's going on. And that's when over email they tell me about this local holiday, which again, I had to go on the boards to find out that it was the Chinese New Year. Again, duh. How do you not know about that? So I email back. And I actually just want to read this because I'm sorry. I lost it a little bit on a customer service rep over email. And JT, because we've done customer service, it's a classless move to beat up the poor customer service rep because they have no control over it. All they do is relay information.
Yeah. Don't shoot the messenger. Exactly.
But yeah, so on the 22nd, I said I was previously advised that my order was on track to ship from the warehouse by 3:20. I've not received any shipping notice and would like to know the status of my order. So then Samantha from Anovos Productions LLC writes back, hello, Adam. You should have received an email notification about this previously on March 19th, though they are sent separately from the newsletter and may have been sorted by your email domain into spam, junk, or trash. For more information, you can also check out the shipping calendar and click through the item name for the updates page. So basically, she's referring me back to the website without even answering my question.
So I was going to say the canned response that you're going to get at Celebration as well.
The Imperial Stormtrooper kits are currently continuing to ship out through the spring season in chronological order. Well, it was supposed to be winter season, so we're already off. Once the package left our hands, picked up by the carrier, you'll receive an email notification. Again, this is all copy and paste. This is great. So I respond back.
What'd you say first? Listen, fuckhead.
Pretty much. I said, thanks for the follow-up, Samantha. Last two times there were delays, I received an email notice. Also, the last update I received stating that the 3/20 shipping deadline was still on track was on 3/13. So I took it to be accurate and trustworthy. I just have one more follow-up question. Where is my order? Not everyone's orders in general, my order in particular. After nearly 12 months of waiting and 3 missed deadlines and shipping delays, I feel I am due a more specific answer. Thank you once again for looking into this.
See, that's how you can tell you did work in customer service, because you're not really beating on her. It's a legit question. It's just phrased directly. It's not like you're not like spewing vitriol like so many people would.
So it continues. You ready?
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
All right. I like this.
This is an ongoing saga. Hello, Adam.
Episode 3. Anovos emails back. These emails are just scrolls.
That's what it is. Yeah.
So what do you read from this one? I am unsure where the orders are exactly at this time. However, I do know that the orders from 2016 should all have been shipped out, and we're going to begin shipping the 2017 orders soon. That's the start right there. So what do you read from that?
That it hasn't shipped. They haven't even gotten that they haven't 2016.
That they haven't shipped a damn kit for 2 years. That's
Right. This is March 23rd, 2018, and they haven't even gotten to January 1st, 2017 yet.
Could you imagine what it must be for like the special edition like Han Solo costumes they sell for like thousands of dollars?
Right.
Oh my God. You could die before you get one of those. Like,
true.
Holy crap.
Okay. Just because you put that out there, that's your next email. If this keeps going, go, okay, I understand all this. I didn't want to put this in previous emails.
Please do it.
I have cancer.
Yes.
I literally have 5 months to live. Can I wear my damn suit?
I at least need it for when I'm in the casket.
Do we have any friends at the Make-A-Wish Foundation? Can I get an email from them?
Just shave your head. We'll take a picture. Don't eat for like 2 days, and then we'll send it. We'll put it in an attachment on that email. Just look real sad. Maybe don't go to sleep for a day or two.
We'll just find somebody that's in the Make-A-Wish program, doesn't really want to make a wish, and be like, well, if we give you a few $100, like, can you just make your wish be that AJ gets his armor like in the next 2 weeks?
We're going straight to hell.
I know we are.
It's like a 10-year-old. You're like, thanks, buddy. As you put the stormtrooper helmet on and stomp out of the room.
You don't even take a picture with him. Can I have a picture? Jeez, kid, I've been waiting for this thing for 2 years. I'm out of here. Oh my God. Oh boy, we are evil. So did you?
Well, there's good news though. As my order was placed on April 17th, 2017, it should be out relatively soon within the spring season.
Oh geez.
Yeah, that's the best update they can give me. Is nothing specific. They have no idea where my order is. There's no way to track individual orders, and they can't tell me a damn thing.
This is basically.
Dear Samantha.
Oh, I got a follow-up though.
I am going to email you between my chemo updates, as this is starting to get very tough on me.
I had a fighting spirit, but this is sapping my will to live. My God,
as I have,
evil.
as in this email, I have put the address of my brother's house, since he will be the one alive when you finally ship this.
In fact, can you change the size to a fat guy size? I probably won't make it, so at least my brother can get some.
By the way, make it a 2X.
I was hoping to at least be buried in it, but apparently it's going to go to my estate.
You'll get a bill for extra shipping charges even after you're dead.
Right? This shall be my last email, as the chemo is really starting to take hold, and it's really tough for me to type on a computer, and I really can't feel it in my hands anymore.
I can't keep food down, but I still hold out hope for my stormtrooper armor. So you said you got a follow-up.
And the follow-up was just to let me know that my support ticket has been closed, and they wanted me to rate the satisfaction of the service I received today. They're very good about sending those emails.
Isn't that hard? Like, you'd be like, okay, well, at least you responded to my email, so that's good service, but it's the information contained within that is really, giving me some red ass. Like, what?
So would you
thank you for the copy and paste response?
Yeah.
So would you rate this a shiny gold star with a cartoon face and an open smiling mouth, a green star with a closed smiling face and a cartoon mouth, a not shiny yellowish star with a line for a mouth, or red with an OMG face star?
I would do the red one because there's not a fifth one that's a giant middle finger.
Where's the poop emoji? That's what it needs to be.
Right. Poop emoji with blood. A bloody poop emoji. Because that's what your cancer's making you do.
Oh, damn.
I am so sorry if I'm offending people right now. I'm so sorry. But since we're joking around about AJ claiming to have cancer to get stormtrooper armor, I figured why not go all the way down that road, right?
Oh my God, we are so done. We are so done.
We're totally making it a celebration with this one. Woohoo!
Woo. Yeah, get on those hotels early. We're gonna be paying our own way for sure.
Exactly. So that's why I'm glad you sent me that link to studiocreations.net, or is it .com? I think it's studiocreations.com. Yes, sorry, studiocreations.com, because I officially am going to get my Biker Scout armor next year.
Nice.
I figured my bonus at work is more than large enough to cover me actually getting armor, and even though it's probably generic to do just a standard, Biker Scout from, an Endor Scout or whatever they're called, I don't care. They're still outside of Han Solo. They're my all-time favorite Star Wars costume, and we should start placing bets. Who's going to get their armor first, me or AJ? Well, considering I'm not even paying for mine for another 12 months.
Well, like I said,
I'm going to go out on a limb and pick yours.
I would too.
Here's my system. I'm gonna finish up the blaster that I haven't even started on yet. I've got the pieces and they've just sat unused. And once I'm done doing everything I can do outside of the armor, I'm going to demand my refund, and I'm going through Walt's Trooper Factory on Facebook. So there's a free plug for a guy who actually produces kits, and people are highly satisfied with them. And for anyone thinking Inobos, don't.
Yeah, that's so.
Just based on talking costumes and stuff, pull back the curtain like we do sometimes on the show. After work today, I was like,
"Hey, you have a curtain?
Yeah, it's somewhere." I'm like, I got to go to the store and I got to buy milk. So I did what anybody else my age would do, and that's go to Target and walk through the toy section first,
of course,
before you go get what you want.
Not Toys R Us.
Oh, I have an update on that.
And on the clearance shelf of all things, yanked a $75 thing off the shelf for $39.
What'd you get?
And I got it sitting over here.
Oh, this is a live display.
What is it with you and your Target runs? How do you get this stuff?
Oh, how did you get that for $39?
What the hell?
Pose helmet? No way.
$39.99 Black Series Poe Dameron helmet, $75.
Oh.
And I'm telling you, just walking around messing with this thing earlier today, when the stupid Vader one comes out, I am going to need that thing so fast.
Wow, you said you were buying that, and you got it. Wow, that's a good. See, I got a good deal too. I got my Black Series. It's normally $60.
All right.
Ray with her speeder. I got it for $22 with shipping.
Nice.
Wow, look at this.
Sweet.
Did they have multiples of these or just one?
Just the one.
Damn it.
I caught some good
three AA batteries. It's got like 4 speakers inside of it.
Yeah, I noticed I hit a button on the side for something. What is that?
You start to hear a bunch of X-Wing sounds, and BB-8 starts talking to you.
That's awesome.
And all kinds of, if it'll, you start hearing all kinds of goodies in there, and it picks up something on a microphone, and then BB-8 will keep talking to you at some point if you keep talking back to him inside.
I can't believe that was only, first of all, I can't believe it was only $75 full price. That thing's detailed. It's like padded on the inside. It's got sound effects. Wow.
Yeah. This is why we talked about it a couple months ago. You can stop now, Poe. We talked about it a couple months ago about how honestly the Black Series stuff this is like the beginning of what they did as far as these things. I mean, and it's only going to get better as the years go on. And it's like, they're going to be able to start producing full blown suits that are going to rival like 501st things. Like if they keep this stuff up.
That Stormtrooper helmet is a popular starting point for, You can modify that thing into 501st approved.
The one that I have?
Yeah.
And then,
I didn't know
like
that.
you guys saw the video of the Vader Black Series saying that's like a 3-piece thing that's going to be the neck with the small piece, the top, like the dome and everything. It's going to be legit. It's not just a plastic thing to slap over your head with a voice changer. Like
Right.
It's going to be a legit thing that like you could almost cosplay with if you buy the suit from somewhere else. It's like, man,
You know, Anovo sells the suit.
Oh.
but yeah, $39.99. That is probably my steal of the century running through Target today.
See,
Wow.
this is the problem.
That is awesome.
The Black Series and just helmets in general. I see why people just buy the helmets because those things alone are so cool as props or decorations.
Yeah, like, that's literally why I bought it. I'm just like, I don't know what to do with it, but I'm like, I can prop it up on something down here and just let it sit.
I have my TK helmet on my desk at work.
Yeah. Yeah, just put it in any old place. It's like it's close enough to being like an actual prop that it's just impressive as hell to look at.
Yeah.
I love that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, that thing's great, dude. I honestly, I was really stoked when I pulled that thing out of the box. I'm like, wow, this is a lot better than honestly what I thought it would have been.
Well, for $39, it's even better.
Especially for $39 because I literally just looked at it on the shelf like a week or two ago at Toys R Us right before like the liquidation BS started. And I'm like, $75. I'm like, you guys are going to do like 10% and then maybe 20 as it rolls down. But I'm like, how long are those going to sit on the shelves before it hits like 30, 40, 50%? And then you go through Target and you already find one for 40% off, basically. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, it looks like I'm getting that one.
Screw you, Toys R Us.
I don't know how you and your wife score everything so cheap at Target. You find all the best clearance deals that no one else does.
Well, sometimes you just find the crappy clearance and then you just go hide it somewhere in the store. And then you come back next Thursday when it gets marked down again. and you keep doing that until it hits the price you want, which is probably where about 7 or 8 of those Lego kits behind JT came from.
How are you managing that? You actually like, so what you like, let's say you found that helmet. What do you do then? You just go like put it somewhere else in the store and then they see it hasn't sold and they put a lower price tag on it?
And no, it's just not there anymore. Like, so they still show it as being on the shelf somewhere. So like normally what I would do is I would go hide it behind a bunch of like the sporting equipment stuff.
So you're like saying until you actually have the money for it?
Not even that, just until I feel like spend it until it hits my price range or it's like, oh yeah, that Lego kit's still like $10 too much. I'll just hide it and we'll check back next Thursday because Thursday is always the markdown day.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Then I would go scan. I would go scan it on the in-store scanner. It wouldn't be where I want. I'd go hide it in the same spot again. We'd check back another week. It'd like, how many times I've gone in there and took like $60 Lego kits for like $10 when it's all said and done. You know what?
Amazing.
Somebody in our Lego Facebook group things just the other day said their Target had a bunch of those poly bag Millennium Falcon things, the ones that are like this big.
Oh yeah, the
like
super tiny guys.
Yeah, like 7 pieces or whatever. Apparently his Target forgot to ever sell them, so there was just bins of them on clearance in his store for like $1, like $1.99 or $2.49 a piece or whatever.
That's probably still a ripoff because JT, it's the same one that you build for free at Celebration.
Oh,
okay. Yeah, it's the little 5-piece thing or whatever. Like, it's pathetic, but still,
it makes a Falcon.
It's a friggin' poly bag from Lego. Like you let that thing sit for 6 years and the thing might be worth $60.
Dude, I'm doing all my shopping through you from now on because I owe you a huge thank you. My girlfriend wanted a porg. She absolutely loves the porgs, and you know, those things were everywhere before the movie came out. And then as soon as it came out, it just disappeared from store shelves because everybody like mad rush on porgs.
Oh, yeah.
Well, then you're the one that sent me the link to the Disney Parks website that had a clearance sale for, what was it? Like, it was a $17 thing and it was marked down to
17 or $18 down to $10. And the day I sent him the link, they were doing free shipping on everything you ordered from the Disney Parks app.
So I ordered it and it showed up. First of all, it showed up 3 days early, which was awesome. It's life size for a thing that doesn't even exist. Life size porg. And it's like a legit awesome stuffed animal to where it's super cushy. And it's not just like the general untextured fur. It's actually like tufted, like feathers would be on the back.
Really?
Like it's super nice.
Yeah, the stuff that you get from like the
$10.
Disney store compared to the stuff you get Disney parks are like night and day. So when you're ordering stuffed things, it's like way better quality than what you would find at a Disney store or at
from the
Target
Disney parks?
or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that coupled with the one shirt that I brought back from Celebration for her son was from the Disney Parks website store, whatever, as well. And it was the best shirt that they had.
Which one?
It was the army green one that had the resistance stripe on the, I think, the right shoulder and orange. Yeah, it was just like, it was a cool ass design. It was the best looking t-shirt I saw there as a souvenir, and it didn't even come from Celebration officially. It came from the Disney Parks.
I still love the one I got, the black and gray one with the Star Wars 40. The 40th anniversary logo on there. That thing is, it hasn't shrunk. It hasn't it looks like I just bought it. I love that shirt.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, that thing actually is weathering a lot better than my, I got the anniversary shirt from the Celebration merch store. They did the whole sale like after the event.
Was that the black shirt with the red sleeves?
I actually ended up getting the light blue one with the dark blue print.
Okay.
Just a t-shirt. But yeah, that thing is like, it's just a t-shirt. It's not anything spectacular. And I'm sure glad I didn't wait like 4 hours in line for it and spend $40 on the thing.
Right.
It was like, what, $24 or something. Even that was a little bit too much, but
not bad.
I got it.
So I did have a question for you guys.
Yeah.
Because obviously The Last Jedi has come out on Blu-ray and digital and everything now. So
we're going to talk real stuff instead of just merchandise.
Yeah. So 25 minutes on crap no one cares about.
Like a real show. Okay,
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So have you guys watched the special features?
About 98% of it, yes.
Okay. Because I want to do an episode at some point about the director and the Jedi, because there's so much stuff in there that's discussion worthy. But since we have something else we want to do that's pretty ridiculous tonight, what did you guys think of that balance of the Force thing? It's only like 10 minutes and 17 seconds long. I know because I watched it twice on the way here. Let's hear it for Bluetooth. I thought it was absolutely fascinating. In general, I mean, it explains decisions that Rian Johnson made in relation to the Force in The Last Jedi, and I thought it was awesome. I think overall, the special features in this movie really explain all the stuff that people hated about the movie. I mean, I really honestly think that as a comprehensive product, like, the Star Wars movies always generally have like the best special features, that's especially the prequels. The prequels were just jam packed with stuff. And speaking of the prequels, that's another interview we might have coming up, but we'll wait to confirm that. Anyway, as a package, as a whole, the Blu-ray and the bonus features and everything, the quality of the movie combined with the quality of the special features and how they explain the film, I think The Last Jedi might be my absolute favorite comprehensive movie product I've ever purchased.
Yeah, they really, like I said it once earlier about our show, the pulling back the curtain thing, they really let you in on almost the entire thing just through shooting. And these guys are talking about all the crap of, we got this guy and he's going to be in the movie, but he's filming this other thing. So we got to do these shoots in this order because he's got to be here on this day. And it really shows you a lot of the crap that these poor people have to go through to make these damn things.
And that balance of the Force one was so cool because he explains why he made the decisions that he did in the movie, namely, the astral projection and why Rey's parentage was nobody. And I watched it and I'm thinking, J.J. Abrams could really do a lot of damage to some really cool ideas.
Yeah, the description that he left in there of Rey, the stuff about Rey's parents was like, it really made you sit there and go,
it makes total sense, doesn't it?
Complete sense now. And at the same point, I remember sitting there telling my wife while we were watching that, I'm like, JJ is going to screw that all up.
Yeah.
Not that I'm hating on him by any means, but it's just that he had his outlook for episode 7. Rian Johnson flipped it for 8. And now you're going back to JJ and he's just going to go back to what he wants again. So it's like, I feel bad for the fact that at this point, I do feel bad for the fact that I really think that the beginning of episode 9 is going to have a swerve with her parents that Kylo was lying about the thing or something, and I'm gonna hate that, honestly.
Yeah, I was just about to say that.
I thought it was a great idea until I watched the special features and heard Rian Johnson's explanation of it, and I'm like, I love that a lot better.
Yeah,
like that makes way more sense to me than Kylo was lying about it.
Yeah, to say that, when in Empire, when Luke was told that Vader was his father, that was the hardest thing he could hear, because that thing that he hates and is fighting against is actually now a part of him.
Mm-hmm.
He said it's actually the opposite for Rey, because she wants to belong and she wants to know where her place is, and to find out her parents were nobody, that's the hardest thing she could hear. That's brilliant,
and
man.
even he brought it up later with the throne room too with Kylo, and he was like, it's another moment where Rey wanted to hear something specific out of Kylo and didn't get it again. And it's like, it makes you start to feel for the character a little more, that every time the mirrored image down in the dark side part of the island and everything, like every time she tried to go and figure this out, and you could tell she had an idea in her head of what she wanted to hear, she never heard it. She didn't get what she wanted from Luke. She didn't get what she wanted from her Force vision. She didn't get what she wanted from Kylo. It makes you feel a little more for Rey as a character now, knowing all that, and you don't get all that until you honestly hear him explain that afterwards. I mean, I'm sure some people did, but for the most part, a lot of us probably never even would have thought about that stuff until he mentioned it.
Yeah, totally. And it's also like where he says, the part about I'm drawing a blank. Damn it, I had it. AJ, you wanted to say something while I'm busy stammering and forgetting my point.
Well, I don't know if this is a good or a bad thing, but his explanations stir up more questions. Like,
you think?
Well, like the line that Luke says when she's feeling the Force on the island and she's talking about all the stuff, and then she goes to the dark side cave, like she in her mind at least, or however that happens with the water and that weirdness.
Right.
But he's like, Luke says, like, you went straight to the darkness. It offered something you need, but it never gave it to her. Was it just a bait and switch by whatever powers the dark side cave? Like, it sounded like in that moment, especially with Rian Johnson's explanation, that the answer of her parentage would be there. But she even says, it told me nothing.
She says that, but I think it told her exactly that she's alone. It's just her. When you look back at it, that's really what, if you put two and two together, that's what at least that's my opinion. It offered something you needed. Yeah, the answer to her parentage, who she is, what's her importance. Well, nothing. She's just her.
So you're saying the thing that she needed was to find out that she doesn't need to know that?
No, she got her answer. It's just not the answer she expected. It showed her, like, it's just you, man. Like, you want to see your parents? Here you go. You want to know where you come from? It's just you. Your importance in this is, it's just you. You're alone. And that's what it showed her. So,
speaking of that scene
again, I could be wrong, but that's kind of how I read into it. After
I could see
viewings.
it that way.
Boy, that cave is kind of a smart ass then, isn't it?
Yeah, a little bit.
Right.
Speaking of that scene and everything, though, watching the special features and how they shot that with the multiple cameras and all that stuff so it wasn't, you would have thought that was all CGI stuff. And the fact that they just did it with multiple cameras, I was just sitting there like, God, that's like my nerd flag was going I was on that thing that I'm just like, wow, like some of the stuff they did while filming this is just absolutely, it's so impressive, dude.
Right. I was actually a little bummed out at that explanation because I thought, because I keep looking at that scene and they're not like perfectly synchronous. You'd expect it to be like absolutely mirrored. So every ray in the chain would be moving identically. And because it's staggered, at least chronologically, apparently from the multiple cameras, I thought it was actually like Daisy Ridley did like 20 takes of the exact same movement. And they just put each of the takes like in a sequence like that and constructed it that way.
Yeah, the fact that they did that in one shot with just a million cameras is amazing.
So I remember my point now, since I had a few minutes to think about it.
See, that's what we do.
The other really cool thing was the explanation of why Luke is on the island and why he's removed himself from the Force, basically saying that if he comes back and it brings the Sith back, and everything just starts all over again like a cycle. And
like Snoke said,
yeah. So he's keeping himself out of it specifically to keep the Sith out of it, and it's the most selfless act that he could possibly do. And it's like, I mean, that's what's so cool about this documentary. And it's only, like I say, 10 minutes long, but the stuff that he talks about in there is just so, it explains everything. And it, you know, for the people that hate the movie, I would really suggest watching these special features, because maybe understanding the logic behind it might give you a little more enjoyment out of it, because I already liked the movie, but seeing the reasoning behind it was brilliant to me. I thought it was so cool.
So let me ask you, I'm like you. I love these special features. I love that we have special features at all. Thank you, Rian Johnson.
Yes.
But a movie that requires this much explanation, is that great artistry, or is that poor storytelling?
No, because I don't think it needs
This is
it.
kind of like the prequels. You know, the prequels, a lot of people crap on them, but then if you watch the special features and listen to their explanation, you're like, oh yeah, that does make sense now. Never mind. But again, like, shouldn't that be evident from the movie?
Well, see, the thing to me is that I already like the movie, so I don't need the explanations to make me like it. I mean, for people that don't like it, if they watch it, it might help them enjoy the movie a little bit more. For me, that's not the case. I just love behind the scenes, and the explanations are fantastic. So it actually enhances the experience of the movie for me when I can kind of say, oh, I can see that. You know, I understand this. Like, so I for me, because I like the movie, I don't think that's the case. I don't think it's poor storytelling. But I think for somebody who did not like the movie, that's probably the case. You know, so I just, again, I was on comment boards today, and people just destroying the movie, and I just don't see it. I don't understand. And I mean, you know, everybody, you know, saying like Canto Bite is completely pointless and there was no need for that to be in the movie. Like, well, okay, why? Like, they had to find some way to get into the, you know, the Mega Destroyer, Snoke's ship. So they got to put something in there instead of they just go, well, we got on the ship. Well, how? What's wrong with putting something cool in there? I mean, I don't understand the hate for it. I really don't. And I mean, I understand that there's parts that are kind of sketchy. Like the humor still is kind of like, you know, I mean, here's why people hate on that scene so much, because they don't realize, and they should, especially with the special features, the whole theme of the movie is failure. And where do you go once you fall flat on your face? So the reason people crap on that scene and the entire excursion is because it goes nowhere. Like, they go to find Master Codebreaker, they find him but don't make contact with him, so they deal with DJ instead, and DJ gets him captured. Like, the whole thing is just a huge boondoggle. It's just a waste of time. But that's the point, is that every hero in the movie tries to do what they think is best and fails at it. That's what I got out of it too. And that's why I don't understand so many people miss like the two main themes of the movie. The whole thing.
Yoda sums it all up. He tells the audience in plain, well, Yoda speak.
Yeah.
Plain English.
Yeah, right. No, it's like, I mean, the two main themes that are so obvious, even the first time I watched it, I got this, is that it's about failure and hope. And I mean, everything that happens is one of those two things, if not both. And it's like, I mean,
I think, sorry, I think people are finding less and less to complain about, so they're stretching everything else. Like, one of Gwen's friends said he was pissed off at the fact that Yoda called Luke young Skywalker. Like, he was so upset about that, because he was like, Yoda never referred to him as that before. Like, he referred to Anakin as that, not Luke, and it makes no sense to call him that now. And I'm just like you're so grasping at things to complain about.
What the hell is that?
That just Yoda saying young Skywalker has you triggered. Like, that's what you got to run with right now.
I can't. Honestly, you know, it's funny because AJ, you had mentioned in the past. And
honestly, to answer that, my rebuttal to that was he was probably just trying to get under Luke's skin a little bit. because he was obviously trying to get through his head about all this stuff. It's the same thing Luke did to Kylo at the end of the movie, where you
See you around, kid.
You do something that you know is going to have an effect on the person you're speaking to. So yeah, if you're supposed to be like, I don't know what the word I'm looking for. You're supposed to make believe that calling him young Skywalker was going to affect Luke and piss him off in any way, shape, or form. Like that would be it, that he's trying to trigger the fact that he used to call Anakin that, and he's like, your dad sucked, so I'm going to call him the same nickname.
Well, I mean, Luke is what, like 60s?
Yeah.
50s?
Yeah.
Yoda was like 900. Of course he's young to him.
Exactly.
Like,
that's what my wife said. She's like, Luke's not 900 years old. That's why.
Yeah, it's not like he's 850.
Based on that span of time, it might as well be zygote.
Yeah. No
Zygote Skywalker.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that documentary, it just shows, and like I say, I'd like to do an episode regarding the director and the Jedi, because there are so many discussion points on that. So anybody listening out there, if you get a chance to watch that, please do, because we'll be discussing it.
I said it before we started recording, that scene in that thing with the throne room, when they just had the shell of everything, and he's standing there with that iPad and the whatever program was on it, and he's able to spin around in circles to see the full throne room and the red and the seat and the flooring to be exactly how it's supposed to look on film. I'm like, that is the most amazing damn thing I've ever seen on an iPad before, right? Dude. Like that's gotta make their lives so easy when they're building these sets nowadays,
right?
Dude.
I mean, this is what I'll say about the movie after seeing the home video product and all the special features. It's the most George Lucas-y thing I've seen come out of the Disney era. I mean, compare it to like the special features on the prequels.
Yeah. If you're judging on the special features,
it's
that's
exhaustive,
that's the guarantee.
it's thorough, and it's not just the ordinary stuff of, oh yeah, we shot some stuff we didn't use, this is what we cut. It's like, no, we're going to give you commentaries on it. We're going to show you how the film was actually made, because I'm a nerd for film, and I'm guessing if you're watching this, you are too. So we're going to get deep into how movies are made.
Yep.
Which is, I love all that stuff.
Yeah, I was not a fan of the lack of special features for The Force Awakens and Rogue One. I mean, it's not as bad as a Marvel movie, which are the most disappointing set of special. I mean, have you ever seen what's on those?
No, because there's almost nothing.
Yeah, it's unbelievable how little they show you. I'm like, what the hell is that? These are like some of the biggest movies ever made. Like, I want to know
deleted
stuff.
scenes. There's like 2.
Yeah, and they're like 10 seconds long.
And they're just storyboard. They're not even deleted scenes.
Right, animatronics. So yeah, I'm a special features guy, and I thought that balance of the Force was great, and it just reinforces to me that how much I love what they did with Luke Skywalker in the movie, and it's just, again, it
was nice hearing Mark Hamill's take on that too, when he legitimately said, he's like, I hated every damn thing about.
Yeah, that was cool of them to leave that in.
Yeah, that they didn't just sugarcoat the thing and have him act like he loved the entire
right. Like, when do you ever get that in commentary? It's always, here's the actor's commentary. Well, the director was brilliant, and his scene direction was fantastic, and the sets and the costumes and the script and the lighting and the score, everything was fantastic.
Yeah. Like I say, this is for another episode, but there was a couple things in that one, the long one, the director and the Jedi, that I was just like, I mean, there was a couple tearjerker moments in a frigging making of documentary. I was like, oh wow, that's powerful. But yeah, I just love what they showed about Luke Skywalker and explaining why he was on the island, why he removed himself from the Force, and it just reinforced my belief that, like, when everyone's saying he was the greatest Jedi ever before this movie, I'm like, well, why? I never really got it, and now, because of what's in the movie and then the explanation of why it's in the movie, just reinforces what I thought before, that it was an incredible thing for them to do. And I was thinking this while I was listening to this on the way here. I would love to ask Mark Hamill the question that, obviously we know his opinion of Rian Johnson's treatment of the character before everything got filmed and everything like that. Now that he's seen the movie as a whole,
what does he think of Leia's hair? She changed it,
that's one part I'm like, man, don't put a joke there. Why would you do that?
Well, apparently it was Carrie Fisher's idea.
Well, Sorry, Carrie. I know you're dead, but that was a bad idea. Well, they can't all be winners now, can they? But yeah, I'd be interested to know what
candy corn in this one.
Yeah, a NyQuil. Yeah, I just wonder what he thinks of it now that he's seen it as a whole and understands where Luke's place is within the movie and what he does. Because I think one thing we've learned is that, you know, the actors don't see the full completed movie really. So they don't get to see the final product to understand how it all glues together.
That's got to be so weird as far as a process. You shoot all this stuff. It's out of sequence. The scenes are completely unfinished because there's more and more being, you know, composited digitally. And then you're as much in the dark about everything once your scenes are over. It's not like you're in the editing bay with the director, you know, making choices on stuff. You just get called back for reshoots a couple months later, and then those are taken out of context. And then, then you get called in like 2 weeks before and like, here's the thing.
Yeah. And then there's no chronological order to what you're doing. They even showed that the very first shot they did was with Rose and Finn and Poe.
Yeah.
He's like, so we're just going to blow it up, right? And he's like, no, I like what you're thinking. But it's like, dude, that's like 35 minutes into the movie. Like, and that's the first thing they shot.
Yeah.
So it's just like, it's all over the place when these guys are doing this crap too.
Yep. Yeah. It's just, I don't know. Like I would just love to hear what Mark Hamill has to say, because it's, you know,
apparently he won't
very
watch,
different.
From what I understand, he won't watch the end of the movie with him and Leia or something anymore. Like he's seen it one time or something. Gwen was telling me she read it online or something that
it's too emotional for him.
He doesn't want to watch the scene with him meeting Leia again because it's just too damn much with her passing and everything. So
yeah, I mean, I can understand that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a very emotional scene. So
yeah, past that though, the whole, yeah, you're right with the whole way he started with the way he ended. Just take the Leia part out of the, just remove that part from like 75% in, and
right.
just focus on the beginning and the end. How do you feel now?
Right. Well, so at least there. Sorry about that. So we've now teased 3 new episodes. So the director of the Jedi, we have an interview with a filmmaker coming up in a couple episodes. And then we are trying to confirm a third one, which we'll just say is a pretty big get.
It has to do
in the world
Star
of movie
Wars.
making. Yeah, it's a Star Wars related one.
Star Wars.
But it's a really cool get in the world of filmmaking, which is pretty rare. So that'll be fun. We'll save any details till we actually get it confirmed. But we do have something ridiculous to do tonight. So,
as opposed to the rest of this?
Yeah, this is even more ridiculous than usual. So
can we discuss a possible ridiculous news story first?
Go for it.
Have you seen the rumor about episode 9?
It's going to be on film.
It's called A Ray of Hope.
Ooh, I like.
Ooh. Have you seen that before?
I think
somebody, I forget one of our Twitter buddies posted that to us, and it's like, man, really, you went there?
I like where both of you are going with this, but have you heard the potential recast rumors for Princess Leia? Since we were just talking about her,
they said they're not putting Leia in it.
They said they weren't going to do any digital work. They didn't say anything about recasting.
Oh, they can't do that. They can't, dude. That fans will shit all over that.
Yeah, you can't do that. That's a bad.
You just missed a second marker tonight. I've cursed twice, and you didn't mark either of them.
Not true.
No, it's very true.
Anyway,
yeah, I do vaguely remember. I don't remember the name of the person that they dropped, but yeah, I do remember seeing something about that now.
Meryl Streep.
Yeah, that's
it. God, she doesn't look anything like Carrie Fisher.
She was enough like Carrie Fisher to play her in Postcards from the Edge.
They can't do it. The Star Wars fans will destroy that. They will crap all over that worse than worse than they crapped on Jar Jar Binks.
Yeah, that's not going to go over well whatsoever.
How can the only way I could think about that?
The only way I could see that is if you don't see her face. Like, not to be a dick or anything, but like if she's sitting somewhere and her back is facing towards somebody and she says a line, like that's probably okay. But if she's going to spin around in a chair and have full blown lines and conversations and it's Meryl Streep and not Carrie Fisher, that's not going to go over well at all.
Oh man, screw that.
It's a tough sell, but at least, the rumor is around an actress who actually played Carrie Fisher before. So that kind of makes sense. But I'm trying to think of the last time they had to do something like this. And the most recent example I can think of is Dumbledore from Harry Potter, because the original Dumbledore died after 2 movies and then they had to replace him.
It happened in The Matrix, but at least they could explain it. The Oracle was different in the second two because the original one died, and they just explained it away like, well, I have to change my look so I can still stay in the Matrix and not get caught type of thing.
Yeah.
So but Princess Leia's going to come back and say that she got some type of crazy like nose job and complete facial reconstruction to try to hide from the First Order.
Right. I'm sorry. I just want nothing to do with that.
Yeah, that's not going to
just leave it be. Just just have it be a line in the crawler. General Leia Organa is gone, after her passing,
Yeah, there's the story on MovieWeb right there.
There's no way.
Yeah, the hard thing is, like, at least with your example from The Matrix, it was a purely digital character in a purely digital world, so you can just explain in universe why the appearance changes. But you've got to get someone who looks like her and can behave like her.
Honestly, maybe it's not because I'm a huge Harry Potter fan. I remember just like marathoning the movies with my wife, and the Dumbledore thing didn't bother me. I knew it was somebody different. But
I didn't even notice it. That's how little I paid attention.
Like, I knew it was somebody different, but it had no effect. Like, after the first time you saw him, you were like, that's somebody different. But like the second time you saw him, it was just him now.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't that big a deal. I mean, you're talking.
Plus, there's enough of a costume on that character. You got glasses and a hat and long hair and a beard, and you throw
and
that
those
crap
all
on
came out
anybody.
within a couple of years of each other. We're talking this thing spanning 40 years now. That's not good. They can't do that. That's not gonna be good.
This
at
isn't
all.
Becky from Roseanne we're dealing with here,
right?
It's ridiculous, man. This is some of the stuff in here. First of all, this off topic, but this guy's saying that Vice Admiral Holdo is one of the most hated aspects of the latest Star Wars adventure. No, she's not. Where'd they get that crap?
She was during the film, like your first viewing of it. Yeah, you hated her guts until you knew the story, and now it's like, now that you know what's coming, you
thought she was a bitch, but it's not like you hated the character. Look at this, man. Oh, this is kind of cool. As fans have long been in support of Stranger Things star Millie Bobby Brown coming in to play the princess in a standalone Star Wars story. She looks like her. I would do that. The 11 from God, but the rest of this garbage, man. And now they're saying that there's a fan petition.
Of course, there's a petition.
2018.
Remember, there was a petition. There was a petition for the government to build a Death Star.
Well, that's a smart thing, but. As the fans of Star Wars and Carrie Fisher, we really want Leia to shine in Episode 9, and we certainly do not want her to be written out of the film abruptly without a reasonable plot. Well, guess what, shithead? She died. Okay? So leave it the fuck alone. I am so sick of fans thinking they can drive this crap. Just take what you get. I mean, it's a fun story. Oh, we don't want her written out. Well, she died. Now you want somebody else that does it. It's not Carrie Fisher. I mean, come on. All these same people are probably crapping on the Solo movie because it's Alden Ehrenreich and not Harrison Ford, but they want to do it with Meryl Streep and Carrie Fisher.
Let's pull a Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back and find all the people who are signing this petition and go to their house and ask them how they feel about Meryl Streep being in Episode 9 as General Organa. And like, is that really what you want?
Yeah.
As you sign your stupid online petition on change. Whatever the hell.
Screw that.
Yeah, that's so ridiculous.
I know I'm critical like that, but I hate all this garbage on the internet with like, I'm going to start a petition. Like, the whole thing to get Episode 8 removed from canon. And
like, there's some things, maybe not even because there's only like 3 new main characters with Finn, Rey, and Poe. Like, you couldn't just get somebody else to play Finn in Episode 9 now, but like, if somebody else came in at Episode 9 and they said that was DJ now, you'd be like, like, it's not like it was a huge role from Episode 8 that it would affect you that much. You'd be like, that's kind of stupid that it's not, Benicio del Toro, but whatever. Like it is what it is. It's not a big deal. You don't just throw somebody else in there and go, oh, well, that person's supposed to be Leia now. Or,
why can't you?
There's actress B. That's Rey now. You're like, what the? No, you can't just do that. That's super main character. You can't just replace that person.
Why can't you just write her out and say like she's gone and like at the beginning of the movie have them be having like a closed casket funeral and be like, oh, she passed and we have to, whatever, like, she gets, buried or something,
I said
on Endor or whatever.
The logical thing is, what are you going to say? She got full blown reconstructive surgery to try to hide from the First Order. Like what the hell else do you do to just introduce a completely different person?
I mean, and honestly, if you think about it, since this whole trilogy is basically about Rey and Kylo, it would strengthen Rey's character to take away the, I mean, Leia is kind of like her guidepost in a way because they're both Force users, and that's with Luke being gone, that's the person to lean on. Now that person's gone. Rey's like, well, now what? I mean, that would actually make Rey's character even cooler when she has to fight through that much more adversity instead of bringing Meryl frickin' Streep in there.
Well, we can put this better for AJ. Let's just say Episode 9 starts and a black guy is General Hux. How do you feel?
I can't give that opinion on air.
See?
No way.
There it is.
There it is.
The thoughts I'm having would get us banned from every podcast network out there.
Oh, all right. Well, on that silly
That
note,
would be hilarious. Can you imagine Red Fox? Can you imagine Sanford and Son, like Red Fox giving that speech on Starkiller Base?
Listen, you dummies.
Listen, dummy.
all across the galaxy,
The New Republic doesn't lie to you.
Okay, not even say a black guy. Let's say somebody else you recognize, and Robert Downey Jr. is on there, and he's like, "Eh, the First Order," and you're like, "What the hell?
Yeah.
is this?"
Why is Iron Man like? Why has he got red hair?
Right.
Of course, you brought up the white guy who played a black guy.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
I'm a guy dressed as a dude playing another dude.
Nice. All right. So since we said we're going to do something silly, ridiculous, I can't believe we're doing this, but it'll be hilarious. We'll see what happens.
It might not be. This is probably going to be a complete train wreck.
But we'll see. So Steve's wife found Star Wars Family Feud.
The joys of liquidation sales at Toys R Us begin.
Man. All right. So we're going to do me against AJ. And since the final...
I've looked at some of these things while we've been talking tonight. These will prove nothing for like who is better at Star Wars trivia or anything like that. Like this is going to prove absolute zero by the time it's all said and done.
Did you ever wonder if like, because people say, oh, they can't believe AJ and I know all this trivia, even some of our Star Wars fan friends. And we're like, but it's all right there in the movies. Are we that nerdy, or is it just other people don't pay attention?
In this fandom, we're total idiots.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I think.
I mean, compared to what people at like Celebration know, or some of the stuff we read online, who even has an idea about these things? Like I listen to other podcasts and they're like, yeah, we've got an interview with blah, 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 blah. I'm like, I never even considered that was a thing, but apparently people want to hear it.
Well, I mean, it's like
this guy rolled up cords in his arm for Episode 7. We're going to talk to that guy.
What was it like handling cables on set? Yeah.
Well, I mean, we wanted to get Jamie from Blabba back on now that he's in the documentary. So
we know him.
True.
That doesn't count.
Yeah, right. But yeah, I mean, it's like we like. I always think we're morons because, like, yeah, sure, we won like 3 straight trivia competitions here in town, but if we were to go to Celebration, we would get owned. We would seriously get destroyed, man.
Yeah.
I would seriously, like, I have such an ego about
it's like being the best minor league team and trying to just throw you right into the majors.
Yeah, seriously, like you're like putting Alabama in college football, putting them into the NFL, and expecting them to go 12-4. Like, no, you're going to go like 2-14.
Yeah.
All right, so Steve, you're going to ask us.
Did they play the Browns twice?
Shut up. We're not talking about that.
So since we're not going to have like the initial way that they play Family Feud, which is like the speed round thing.
Oh, you the buzzer, like the
So
I never got the rules of that game anyway.
So I guess like you guys should just
easy.
pick who's going to go first, and we'll try to see how many points you get before you hit your 3 buzzers.
I'll let you go first, and the reason is you have number 2 and I have number 1. I have 1 piece of Indians gear on the opening day of Major League Baseball, and you have 2, so therefore you get to go first.
Yes.
All right.
Plus, you also have the really offensive old Chief Wahoo, which I don't think is offensive, but some people do, and I love that Wahoo, so that's even better.
Exactly. You got to. We're on our mission. They're playing, quote, with a vengeance this season. And the last time we won a World Series, this was the logo. So
I like where your head's at.
Done.
All right. So 8 answers are on this board here for your question is, or whatever, name something that Luke Skywalker is famous for.
Oh, I forgot. This is not. I'm thinking Trivial Pursuit like there's an exact
idiot.
answer.
No.
I told you. I suck at Family Feud.
Does he go and then I go? Is that how we're doing?
No, you can go as soon as he gets his 3 strikes.
Oh, okay.
And then you would steal
that's
all.
right.
Then you would steal all his points if you happen to get one that's on the board.
Okay.
Blowing up the Death Star.
See,
Okay.
that's number 1. See, you already got
Yeah.
it right there. So that's 31 points already.
Wow.
All right, keep going. You can keep going so you get your 3 strikes.
Oh, okay. Awesome. So I just keep rattling stuff off?
Yeah, exactly.
Sweet. Okay. Getting his hand cut off.
That's number 8. That's the last one on the board. So
all right. Let's see. What else is he super famous for?
How many points was that one?
4.
How,
You better write that 4 down.
How new
I
is
did.
this, by the way?
It says copyright 2017 on it.
Okay, so definitely no Last Jedi references in it. Got it.
All right.
Let's see. Other things that Luke Skywalker is famous for.
I have an answer, but I don't know if it's.
I mean, I can think of lots of stuff.
See,
I
you
just
should
wanted-
just
You're
save
taking
it.
an inordinate amount of time on this.
Yeah, we probably should have thought through and put a timer on this.
Bullseyeing Womp Rats?
Yeah.
No, that was not on there.
Okay. Fighting Vader. Saving Vader. What the hell?
All right, so John, you can
All right.
totally steal all his 35 points if
So-
you get any other one that's on here.
So I get 3 strikes now?
No, you only get 1.
Oh,
Yeah, these rules are stupid.
Yeah.
a lightsaber. Really?
Number 2 was being Darth Vader's son.
Okay.
3 was just the Force. 4 was becoming a Jedi. 5 was rescuing Leia. 6 was being a good pilot. 7 was making out with his sister.
Shut up, it was not.
It says kissing Leia. But
a lightsaber's not? Oh.
he's not famous for
Well,
that.
how is the Force an answer?
Well, I got. What's he
Well-
famous for? Star Wars.
Look, you know, they said in Last Jedi, the Force does not belong to the Jedi. So it sure doesn't belong to Luke Skywalker.
All right, so AJ's got 35 points.
All right,
Yay.
so it's my turn now.
All right.
Okay. Let's see what I can do. Please be a Millennium Falcon related question.
5 answers. So this one, if you get like,
How do you get the 8 one?
there's more points involved. You know, if you get the number 1 answer, that's worth way more points than his was.
True.
Who is the most gullible Star Wars character?
The most gullible Star Wars character, Jar Jar Binks.
That's number 1.
So I keep
Damn
going. So I keep going.
Yep.
C-3PO.
Number 2.
Oh, no.
Oh no. Gullible Star Wars character. Man, who gets suckered into stuff?
You're done, by the way. You're not getting the other 3.
I'm Watto. I wonder how many prequel answers are actually in here. Let me think. What would be another good answer?
Whatever would be 3, 4, or 5.
Lando Calrissian. See,
You got 1 more strike. So.
yeah, I know.
And these make no sense, by the way.
Constable Zuvio.
Unkar Plutt. I'm just gonna throw a name out here. All right, so
All right.
go ahead, AJ.
Yeah. Wow, I almost gave the answers. Okay.
So if I get anything right, I steal all the points?
You
Is
get
that the way-
all his points if you get any of the other 3 that
How many
are-
points do I have?
43 and 25. It's too late in the night for math
68.
for me. There you go.
Anakin Skywalker.
Oh, yeah! As soon as you said it, I went, oh no.
Oh no!
It's more points for AJ.
Oh man.
Number 5 was a Stormtrooper, and number 3 was Luke.
I was going to answer Luke Skywalker. Oh man, I should have just gone with my gut.
All right, so AJ's got a lot of points now.
What is it, 68 and 35?
Yeah.
You know, I keep forgetting
usually
that-
the winner. I think they played a 300 or something on the real show. So
I keep forgetting that these
then
aren't
they do
necessarily
doubles and
right
triples.
answers. They're just poll questions.
So he's got 103 then.
Yeah, JT, we're thinking about this too hard. We're thinking about what's actually right answers instead of what people believe is true. Very different. You ask a bunch of idiots on the street what they know about Star Wars and then try to guess what they think, not like factual stuff.
So AJ's
All right,
got
AJ's
109 points to your 0.
so
right now.
109?
Just think stupid.
Yeah.
It's 68 and 35. It's 103.
Well, that's
Don't be
not
ripping
according
me
to
up.
what the calculator says.
68 and 35 is 103.
He got
You
70.
still have 0.
He got 74 because he got the 6 for.
Oh,
Anakin.
okay. That's why. Okay.
Yeah, that's where the
So what's he got?
109 right now.
Okay.
All right, so AJ gets to go again now.
All right.
All right. This is horrible.
Damn it.
What would you expect for dinner if you ate with a member? Wait. What would you expect for dinner if you ate with a Jawa?
Well, we know it's not root leaf stew. Thank you for that one, JT.
See?
That's worth 0, but
Yeah.
we're gonna.
What would you expect? for
There's
dinner?
8. There's 8 on this one.
What the hell?
Okay,
The game is rigged, okay, John?
Yeah. But
crate dragon,
oh, that's crap.
sand,
I think he's throwing the game.
I don't think he is.
No, I'm trying to think of what the hell's on Tatooine.
I can't think of anything.
Rocks.
Yeah. Wow.
Damn it.
AJ got a solid 0.
So I can't
you,
steal anything.
Steal all those points.
You would get whatever you would.
Okay, is there anything obvious on this list that we're just being stupid and missing?
Yes.
Bantha.
What?
Worms, small animals, robots, meat. That's friggin' vague. Droid parts. So again, vague. A womp rat.
Now they have friggin'
Yeah.
rats.
Leftovers. Vague.
I was actually thinking droids, but I'm like,
Leftovers.
nobody eats robots.
I actually thought that too.
And number 1 was bugs and insects.
What the hell does that have to do with Star Wars?
It doesn't.
All right, my turn.
Ready?
Yes.
What would you use the Millennium Falcon light speed for? 6 answers.
Oh, this is good.
The Kessel Run.
Number 3. So yeah, there's 2 answers past that.
Escaping the Empire.
That would be number 1.
Smuggling.
Surprisingly, no.
Who are these assholes that are answering these questions? Escaping the Death Star.
You already said escape. So.
Oh, that's true. I guess it's kind of under the umbrella of escaping the Empire.
Just not gonna get the rest of them. Think not Star Wars for the rest of your answers.
Flying across the galaxy.
God, judges, damn it! I need a judge.
Just give me the points. He's up 109.
Number 2 answer was travel. So we'll get.
Ah, there we go. There, all right. There we go. Who's answering this? What would you-
The people who work for whatever media
Oh, my
company
God.
made this.
So
What would you use inhaling air for?
Yeah.
Breathing.
What's the question again?
What would you use the Millennium Falcon's light speed for?
Light speed for. Okay.
So you got the top 3. So you, again, outside of Star Wars, just think I'm a moron. This is what I would use this for.
Going really fast.
Almost, but no. Okay. So that's was that second or third?
Second.
Okay.
Oh, sure. Trust the contestant to tell you how many strikes he has.
I'm not gonna lie. Well, I mean, how's there 8 answers? What else?
6 on this one.
Okay. And I've got how many? 3?
You got 3.
So there's still 3 more before I get a freaking third. I can't think of anything. I already said travel.
So wait, how does this work for me to not get a chance to steal? Does he have to answer every one that's available?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my God, that's damn near impossible.
I don't know. Going to Endor. All right, AJ, your turn. How many points did I get?
Thanks, stupid. So far, you're up to 68 points on this one.
Are you sure you're...
Yes. I got a calculator. I'm mathing.
Going to dinner.
Please don't. What the? Yeah! You have to be kidding me.
Number 5 answer was pick up food.
I don't like this goddamn game at all. Oh my God.
AJ's running away with this one.
Basically, here's the strategy. People don't know about Star Wars, so they make up answers.
This is horrible. What were the other answers?
Get somewhere on time and peak hour traffic.
All right, this is just ridiculous.
I was thinking like get to work or something like that, yeah.
This is just ridiculous. God bless it.
I told you to be stupid.
Well, I'm thinking in the Star Wars universe.
I told you not to
They
think
don't
Star
even go.
Wars.
They don't have drive-throughs in. Oh, for the love of God! All right, AJ, you're up again. Me and my
go right to the
whopping
bottom
0.
of the stack. Name something you would find in Yoda's hut. 8 answers.
Root leaf stew.
Right.
Oh my gosh.
Screw it, judges. Number 4 answer is soup.
Thanks.
You would have said something like that anyway.
Yeah. Dirt.
Yeah,
geez.
figure that one out.
Oh, I know.
Fire.
It says fireplace, so we'll go with fire. That's good
That's
enough.
2 different things. Don't be like that.
A lit
Blankets.
fireplace. He's only got 18 so far, John.
So there's 2 strikes.
Luke Skywalker.
Oh, damn you. What? That was what I was going to say.
Well, think something different.
What would you find
Just to help you out with an earlier thing, think of something you answered for an earlier question.
What would you find in Yoda's hut? Yoda.
Number 5 answer.
Yes, I got points. Oh my god.
28 points. Good job.
Oh my gosh.
All right, I do feel pretty stupid for overlooking that one.
Lightsaber, a bed, a snake,
Yeah?
a walking stick, and a pot.
What is it with the snake anyway? Why is it that like Hasbro is obsessed with making him like Pimp Yoda with a snake around his neck?
I have no idea.
Have you seen that? Like,
Yes, I have.
I don't remember Yoda ever wearing a snake around his neck.
Well,
Is he like the white trash of Dagobah or something?
he has a pet.
Right?
All right,
so Rodney,
my turn.
Name an object you associate with rebel troopers. 8 answers.
Rebel troopers?
That's what it says. So
A blaster.
that would be number 1. Good job.
Helmet.
Number 4.
Rebel troopers. Thermal detonators. Isn't that a... Oh, well. Rebel troopers.
Dude, you know what?
Orange suits. Oh, that's an X-Wing pilot.
It's a what?
That's an X-Wing pilot.
Screw it. X-Wing, number 2.
Yeah.
Wow, dude, that's okay.
Snow speeder.
Okay.
Oh, X-Wing without a snow speeder.
Look, he gave you
He's
credit.
losing by 160 some points.
150 to be exact.
Honestly,
I have one more strike.
I'm going to tell you right now, there's 2 answers on here that are going to completely piss you off. So,
All right, Rebel troopers. Let me think. I'm trying to think of where there were a bunch of rebel troopers and what they were doing.
So 4 of the 8 answers are going to piss you off.
This game is...
We need a car crash sound effect.
B-Wings.
All right, AJ, steal it.
Dying.
No, I'm messing with you.
Oh, don't even. All right, so what did I get?
20, 45, 55, 56 more points.
All right.
On top of your 28.
Okay, what were the rest of those answers, though? I want to know.
Okay, number 1 was blaster, remember?
Yeah.
Number 8, laser gun.
That's the same thing.
Number 7, guns.
That's the same effing thing.
6 was camouflage. 5 was vest. And 3 was the Rebel Alliance emblem.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, I can't believe this was on clearance. Good Lord.
So you're up to 84 points. You're literally 100 points behind now.
I'm less than 100. He has 178.
No, he's got 184.
What? Oh, screw it. Okay. Not like I'm coming back.
All right. So AJ's turn, right?
And we got
Yes.
that big final round coming up. You might be able to get it back.
What Star Wars character would use the most hairspray?
Oh, Chewbacca.
Number 2, actually.
Number 2. Are you... Wow.
That's easy.
What? You mean...
5 answers,
You
by
mean
the
number
way.
1 is easy?
If I'm wrong, then
You're saying that there's a character... You think there's a character that would use more hairspray
oh yeah.
Then the guy
Chewbacca.
that's covered with
Oh yeah.
Wow.
For sure.
All right.
Give me 50 points. If I'll bet you 50 points right now that I can get number 1. If I get it right, I get 50 points. If I get it wrong, 50 points taken off.
All right, I'll take that bet.
Princess Leia. The buns. Everyone thinks of the hair, dude.
Chewbacca is covered in hair.
Yeah, but when you say hairspray, the first thing that comes to mind is hair, and people think of Princess Leia's buns. 134?
130. Yeah.
We should not have made this bargain.
Oh, boy.
This deal's getting worse all the time.
I don't even think you planned that out that way, but it's tie game now.
No, he doesn't lose 50 points.
I thought you said he lost the 50.
No. If I get it right, I gain 50. If I get it wrong, I lose 50.
I thought you said he was going to lose 50.
No,
Okay.
That was just for me to catch up or get even further behind.
All right, so you got 3, 4, and 5 now, AJ.
Okay. Let's see. Who else has hair? Han Solo.
Who else has pretty hair?
Han Solo, really? It's not the answer.
I'm just naming obvious characters now because apparently it doesn't matter.
Yeah, right?
Because there's plenty of furry characters, but they're not gonna be included. So let's go with dumb stuff like Luke Skywalker.
Oh, my God. Mace Windu.
Right.
That'd be great.
Darth Vader. No.
That's why David Prowse's eyes are like that. He sprayed hairspray in his eyes.
Cold, dude. So you got one more strike.
Padme.
Number 3.
There you go.
So apparently it's just the women. Just keep naming women. We're good.
Yeah, literally, you got 2 more women on here.
You can't say that. Damn it.
Obi-Wan Kenobi. Damn it. All right.
Mon Mothma. Corday.
Number 5, Anakin. Number 4, Lando.
Why'd you ass? All right, we'll do one more round each.
All right, so AJ got another 50 points. Yeah.
So there goes my 50 points I gained.
Yeah. So he's up to 234, so he's almost gonna win anyways.
So if I do crappy this round, I'll concede.
So we're rolling all the way to 300 with this thing, huh?
No, we'll just if I do crappy this round, I'll concede, and then you go first in the final round because we're running short on time here anyway. So, all right,
Seven answers.
Okay.
All Star Wars. No bullshit this time.
Okay.
Well, I guarantee this game is lasting 6 minutes or less because first pitch is right around the corner.
I know, right?
Besides the Millennium Falcon, what is the name of a ship in Star Wars?
Star Destroyer.
Number 2.
TIE Fighter.
Number 5.
Imperial Shuttle. What? Y-Wing. Snowspeeder. You gotta be kidding me.
All right. Did he say X-Wing yet?
Yes.
Okay.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did.
You said Y. No, you said B-Wing.
No, I said X-Wing.
When?
That was like the first one.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
You said Star Destroyer first. Because
Oh,
I
did
marked
I?
it at number 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Star
I'm saying
Destroyer TIE
X-Wing.
Fighter.
I'm saying X-Wing.
All right, well, it looks like you're going.
That was too easy.
Slave
man.
1, Star Destroyer, X-Wing, the Executor, TIE Fighter, Tantive 4, A-Wing. So,
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, the A-Wing got in there. Nice.
What a bunch of crap. All right, well, I'm going to go take a whiz while you do this, and then I'll just cover my ears otherwise.
to do this part.
Well, you have to ask them, and then I got to fill it in. We have to try and get all of them, right? Or no, we have to add up to like 200 points, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know. You got as much chance of getting me to score a tennis match as figure out Family Feud.
I haven't watched it in a while, but I know it's like you have to get over a certain total.
Yeah, it's like 200. So the only crappy thing is you're going to have time to think about all these because
You just go until Steve Harvey kicks you off the stage. That's all I know.
Right? All right, well,
So you could go take a leak, but you're totally going to hear the whole thing through the door.
Oh, Matt. I'm going to plug my ears. I can do this.
So
So there's 1, 2, 3, 4.
So you heard that, right? He's going to plug his ears, which takes both hands, but he's somehow going to be using the bathroom while he's doing it.
It's not good for my bathroom.
Yeah.
All right, so 5 questions. I'm just going to go till you answer all of them. Screw it. Excluding R2-D2, where might you hide Death Star plans?
Where might you hide Death Star plans, excluding R2-D2? In your pocket.
Name something associated with Admiral Akbar.
It's a trap.
Name something you need to survive in the galaxy.
Ridiculous. Okay. Sorry. Audience, JT just went scampering across the room with fingers in his ears. Anyway, something you need to survive in the galaxy. Yes. A blaster.
Okay. Name something in Star Wars beginning with the letter L.
Lightsaber.
And besides a speeder, what else would an Ewok like to ride?
A hang glider.
All right, that's all of them. All right, so what the hell did I even write on the first one?
So now,
yeah, excluding R2-D2, where would you find Death Star plans? You said your pocket. That's a hot 0. Something associated with Akbar. It's a trap. That's number 1, very obviously, for 55 points. Name something you need to survive in the galaxy. Blaster, again, number 1. That's 22 points. Name something in Star Wars beginning with the letter L. You said lightsaber. That's another 50. What else would an Ewok ride? A glider, 5. But at least it was on the board, so yay for small favors.
Now, I don't have to go anywhere when JT starts answering, right?
No.
Because I already did it? Okay, cool.
You got 132, so he needs 68 points out of these last 5 questions here. I don't even know where he went, so.
Nice!
Hey!
Oh, yeah, he's still not listening. How do we get him back?
I don't know. I waited to hear the holler. Okay. All right, okay.
All right.
What do we got?
He did pretty good, except for his horrible answer on the very first question.
Okay.
Speaking of which, we can never do this again because I didn't open this, and this is the only set of questions I can look at.
Oh my gosh. All right, so
he got 130 something odd points. You need 68 points out of 5 questions.
okay.
So So pretty good.
Okay.
Excluding R2-D2, where might you hide Death Star plans?
In an escape pod.
Name something associated with Admiral Akbar.
Well, obviously it's a trap, he would have said.
Yeah.
Big eyes.
Wow, I can't even spell. Name
That's
something.
so speciest.
Yeah. Name something you need to survive in the galaxy.
Blaster.
He said that.
Lightsaber.
Yeah. Name something in Star Wars beginning with the letter L.
I just used lightsaber.
So did he, so that was something else.
In Star Wars, it begins with an L?
Yeah, anything in Star Wars that begins with the letter L.
Luke Skywalker.
Besides a speeder, what else would an Ewok like to ride on?
An AT-AT. Or an ATST, excuse me.
See, it's a good thing we took your second answer.
Yeah.
All right. You said an escape pod?
Yes.
Worth 6 points, so good call.
That was it.
Admiral Akbar, his eyes, no. Nothing, 0. Name something you need to survive in a galaxy. A lightsaber, that's worth 10. Name something in Star Wars beginning with the letter L. Luke, that's only worth 9.
What the hell?
Besides a speeder, what else would an Ewok ride on? You said AT-AT first, which is only worth 10, but I wrote down the second answer, which was AT-ST, which was worth 34. And
I'm probably gonna come up like one.
you need 68, right?
I don't think I got it.
No.
You got 59 points, so you fell just short.
So what the heck was Admiral Akbar?
I just threw it away. It's a trap. I don't know why. Fish was number 2. 3 was Rebel Alliance. 4 was Mon Calamari, and
I was gonna say, how many points was Mon Calamari?
7.
I was gonna say that, but then I'm like, well, that makes too much sense.
Which would have been 66 points. You still would have been screwed. So
Where was breakfast cereal on the list?
first, 200 points right off the bat. You would
See,
have nailed
look.
it, right?
Well,
Admiral Akbar breakfast cereal.
now,
Your tongues can't repel flavor of that magnitude.
now with brine shrimp. Oh, the joke that just keeps on telling itself.
Oh God!
So
that was a killer of 30 minutes.
wow. All right. So apparently, unless it's directly related to Star Wars, I can't do it well.
Yeah, we could have had an actual conversation, but we decided to do that instead. Sorry, listeners.
Wow. All right.
Oh, we got Poe Dameron joining us on the
Enjoy
show.
that, guys.
Steve is finishing finishing the show as Poe.
I had to sooner or later. I can't wear my headphones with this thing on. So
You know, actually, you look kind of like Poe with the helmet.
I know. I was thinking that myself. All
I
right.
could
Well,
be an actor.
yeah. On that note, we will close up shop on an absolutely ridiculous show for tonight. But thanks everybody for tuning in. Stick around.
See, this is just step 1. Remember, we said we were going to do a whole episode in like the masks when the Vader helmet came
Right.
out, and AJ can wear his ARC Trooper, and you can get yours when you get your Scout one. We could just do the whole show like this.
I like it. I like it.
I just hope the Vader one has the voice changer.
Oh, it does. You know it does.
Great. That's so awesome.
But thanks everyone for tuning in. Please stick around. As we said, we've got some really cool episodes coming up in the next few
Way
shows.
better than this one.
So yeah, we'll have an awesome episode for May the 4th. The Star Wars film in question is called Star Wars Odyssey. If you want to look up some information on that, we'll be talking to the creator of that movie. So thanks for tuning into the Nerfherder Council. You can find us at nerfherdercouncil.com. You can look us up on Facebook. We do have our Twitter page at NHC Podcast. You can download us or stream us. Nice. You can download us or stream us. Stitcher, Spreaker, Apple Podcasts, iTunes, all sorts of other good places like that.
I can confirm 2 more locations.
Okay.
'Cause, you know, I was told that maybe we should make sure where we're actually listed at.
I agree.
So
I feel like we've had that conversation
Right.
before.
Right.
Pocket Casts,
Okay.
definitely. And oh crap, I forgot the other one.
You can confirm one.
And that's
So,
a
there we go.
plus.
If you want to interact with the show, you can send us an email, feedback@nerfherdercouncil.com, or you can email us directly at nerfherdercouncil@gmail.com. As usual, we are brought to you by Audible. Go to audibletrial.com/NHC for a free 30-day trial and a free audiobook download.
Ah, crap. We forgot. Okay, we're going to have to do some sort of like thing for the topic that we completely forgot about tonight. We'll get to it.
That's okay. Oh, so we have 4 episodes.
World's best. # world's best teaser.
Yes. And thank you very
We
much.
got to talk about that thing we didn't talk about. Oh.
And thank you very much to Galactic Empire for allowing us to use their music in the show intro. So for the guys here, once again, I'm your host, JT at Dog Pound Jedi. He's AJ.
At Drake Adams 579.
He's Steve, looking like Poe Dameron.
At Poe Dameron Black Series.
And we'll catch you next time.
This bucket of bolts is never gonna get us past that blockade.
This bucket's got a few surprises left in her. Plus, me and Chewie are on it. Ain't that right, Chewie?
Hell yeah, you my nerf herder.
You my Nerfherder.